Now, after returning from the TV, we gathered at the food court, but we really didn't talk much. We split up not long afterwards. After all, we were all pretty damn tired. Heck, Chie and Rize put their heads on the table and fell asleep. I didn't feel like stopping by anywhere, so I went straight home. And the last thing I could remember was being told dinner was almost ready. The instant I reached my room, I lost consciousness. And then... loud electronic beeps brought me back into wakefulness. Is that a word? I reached out for my alarm clock, but I realized that the beeping wasn't my alarm. It was my cell phone.
Who's calling me this early?
Damn it. I'd plugged it in, and now I can't reach it while I'm lying down. I rub my eyes tiredly and get up and grab the phone. The caller is a number I don't know.
Huh?
Wow, a new picture. When I reached the designated location, they picked up the phone. It was a voice that he identified, but they wouldn't tell us, and then he ran off. When I reached the designated location, there's something that looks completely out of place here on the countryside. A limo. Holy crap, that's long. It was so long I thought I was seeing things. Yeah, this is definitely no place for a car this awesome.
Oh, there he is. What took you so long?
Looks like everybody else is already here. I ran so hard I almost barfed, but I finally made it.
Labrasan and the others were just about to leave.
I made it in time.
I'm glad I could see you before I left.
That's right, Labras is the one that had called. She wanted to say goodbye before she leaves Inaba. How can I refuse that? Still, I never thought of them. Labras especially would call me. Or whatever. Wait a second.
Did I tell you my cell phone number?
Obtaining the cell phone numbers of ordinary citizens is child's play.
Wait, what?
Holy shit, really? Are you accessing that server thing you mentioned?
The Kirijo group is kinda scary. I asked if I could come see everyone. I wanted to give everyone a real goodbye.
Labras looks down bashfully as she speaks. Aegis and Kuroji-san are watching her from the limo with smiles on their faces. Man, this is a relief. So Labras can do things that she wants to. I'm glad she's in a group that lets her have freedom. She really does have a place to belong.
What'll you do now? Are you going back to that lab?
No, I decided I'm gonna work with Mitsuru-san and them. I want to do my damnedest to catch whoever used me to bait a trap for you all.
There's no hesitation in her eyes, as strong as her will glares out. I see, she found what she wants to do.
Sounds like you're ahead of the game.
I'm reminded of a blank career choice paper still tucked away in my desk. That sense of haste without direction, the need to keep up appearances, I didn't want to handle that. But maybe it's time to face my future. Oh, I'll write down a big dream.
What do you mean?
Oh, just talking to myself. I'll let you know when everything's been decided.
Okay. Just make sure you tell me, okay?
A handshake is so formal. I'll show you what the cool kids do.
I use my hand to open hers. Labras looks so confused, but she lets me move her hand around.
Huh? Like this?
Yep, that's it.
Here we go. The clap of our high five echoes through the clear May sky. Not to be outdone by me, Chie, Rize, and the rest give Labries high fives too.
Everyone, thank you so much. Yosuke-kun, I won't forget about you. I'm friends with you now, so I'll stay strong.
Labras begins to tear up and to hide it. She hurries into the limo. Or tear up. Or tear up, depending on how you want to read it. Soon after, the limo begins moving quietly down the road. Labrys waves to us from inside the car. Even after the car's gone pretty far, I can still see her waving from inside. She's still waving. Whoa, she's still waving. Everyone starts to laugh a little. Can she see us? I can barely make out the car from here. After partying with Labrys, we all ended up hanging out at June's food court. June's food court. That's right, it's the welcome back party for you we'd completely forgotten about. We finally can get back to business. But still, it feels kind of weird having a welcome back party after saying goodbye to someone.
Come on, let's hurry up and do a toast. I only get a 30-minute break.
Huh? You working today?
I can't take much time off during Golden Week. Teddy, you were out without permission a couple days ago, so be ready to pay the price.
No, but that wasn't my fault. You meanie jerk nurse lover.
Oh, speaking of which.
Shh, quiet, you.
How did the conversation go from working to wanking in two moves? Whoa. I don't need them knowing this stuff. There's no time before anyone can ask you what he's talking about. I raise my cup and look at everyone.
Well, second time's the charm. Welcome back.
Welcome back, senpai.
After we toast, we all chat carelessly with each other. This is a kind of atmosphere you can only get with the best of friends. But actually, that's not all today. After all, we can't let it end like that.
Ahem. May I have your attention, please? It's time to announce the reason we're all here today.
Isn't it to welcome back Yukon?
You and I trade glances at Yukiko's question. I can see my partner's eyes, in my partner's eyes, that he wants me to do all the talking. You see, I've already talked this out. Or we've already talked this out, and now's the time to bring it up.
It's about yesterday's incident. You guys weren't satisfied with how things ended, right?
Of course not. But
So, why not launch our own investigation?
does that mean...
That's right. The investigation team is back in action.
The hell is this bullshit?
Oh, now you're talking.
Wait a moment. I thought we were going to leave this to the Kirijo group.
Did I say we wouldn't get involved?
That's right, he only said to leave this to them.
Oh, you're right.
Actually, my partner here brought it up first, though I'm with him 100%.
Now that's our sensei.
You're splitting hairs rather finely there.
So you're not on board?
Of course I am.
Thought so. All right then. Let's find the real culprit.
Yeah!
Everyone's hands pile up in the middle of the table. Friends are really what you need. Whoa, it's already this late? I look at everyone smiling, and though I'm reluctant to go, I stand up.
Well, I gotta get back to work. Come on, Teddy, let's go.
Who's this Teddy you speak of? I don't know anyone with such a pretty name.
You've got some nerve trying that on me. Sounds like someone wants me to make his next shift a living hell.
Ah! No! But I'm still gonna skip work! I wanna have fun with Nana-chan!
Teddy clasps Yu's hand and promises to visit the Dojima household tonight. Please, just this one night, he says. That Teddy, don't cause Dojima-san any trouble. Oh, jeez.
We're gonna party till we drop. This time, for sure.
Alright, at least we finished this one. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this, man. There's not a lot of actual gameplay, and it's all reading. This is a weird story mode, man. I'm just holding my controller and pushing buttons. But I am interested in listening to this later, so I'm probably gonna check it out. Alright, hey everybody, it's Yusuf for Dad's Free Time Let's Play. As you can see up in the upper right hand corner, I'm 96% complete. I have finished the complete stories of everybody else, which isn't really hard because, well, the fighting sections aren't big. Actually, there's a few of them that didn't have a fighting section at all, i.e. the last one. Anyway, I wasn't really interested in anybody else's story because if you know Persona 4, if you watched the anime like I did, then you're sick and tired of most of the characters by now. Not nearly enough time fighting as it was them having sit-down conversations with each other, which I assume the game is like. It didn't float with me too well with the anime. Anyway, one person that I don't know about is Elizabeth, and I'm actually interested in her story since she's part of the Velvet Room thing. So anyway, let's go ahead and move forward.
Please
Very
be
well.
careful.
Within the endless darkness are scattered countless bright lights like a nebula. But those lights are not stars. They're stock photos. Each one is the light of life, the gleam of man's souls. This is the world inside people's hearts. Well, it's a little dark. A place where every human's consciousness is connected and can be traced to their origin. Every memory since the dawn of man, and even those on the ladder of its evolution, slumbers here. Some think of this place as the sea, and they may be correct. Depending on how deep you go, you may see the world's endless landscapes and innumerable faces. Where I stand now is one of its furthest depths. A domain that has existed far before life became sentient or even took form. Here, there is only the darkness of death and the radiance of life. I come here at times for a very important objective. Suddenly, a patch of the darkness surges and undulates. The pitch-black substance swells with a tar-like consistency and quickly takes the shape of a giant arm.
My, it's rather stout compared to before.
Just as good and evil are products of man's heart, there is a negative force here in the sea of souls that tempts man to corruption and destruction. Though one person's malice may amount to little, there are billions of people in the world. It's actually common for monsters capable of destroying mankind to develop without anyone realizing. This is one of them. Though it was only an arm at first, it quickly develops into an enormous... my jaw must be a little tired or something. Although it is only an arm at first, it quickly develops into an enormous, human-shaped torso. It roars with resentment, sending shocks through this space where up and down are fluid. The monster raises an enormous arm that could tear down mountains towards the heavens. But it suddenly stops. Something is blocking its movement. I am, to be precise. You might think I'm nowhere on the scene. In truth, even the monster may be thinking that. But I'd like to direct your attention to the fingertips at the end of this giant arm. Closer? Even closer than that. Keep going closer, all the way to the index finger.
There. Do you see me now? Have I forgotten to introduce myself? My name is Elizabeth.
If she's doing the narration, and then when she comes in, she's still talking to you, what's the point of having me read all that crap? Anyway, I fix my gaze upon the two lights that seem to be the monster's eyes, but it twists away, trying to resist.
Do you wish to behold death that much?
I grab the monster's index finger, and in one motion I flip its immense body and throw it into the air. The monster cries out in agony and the area quakes again.
Oh dear. It seems it won't be easy for one of this size. I cannot damage the world of everyone's hearts, and I hesitate to make a scene in the real world either. Time for a change of scenery.
I open the elegant grimoire in my hand. A large blue magic circle forms behind the thrown monster, swallowing the gargantuan figure. I follow it in. Continual turbulent streams of light and darkness flow past the monster and myself. Eventually, I speak up.
We will soon reach our destination.
Another magic circle appears in an altogether different kind of black void than the one we came from. The monster is spat out there, and when it collides with the surface, a tremendous cloud of dust rises. I emerge from the magic circle second and arise into the air. On the horizon beyond the monster, I can see a deep blue sphere. It's the Ort. Yes, this is the moon.
Now, I had promised to show you death. Your fate is in the cards.
A figure appears behind me, bearing several coffins. I mean, what's the point of having your persona show up if you're able to flip the monster into the void by holding its finger anyway? That's pretty killer grip, by the way.
The god of death, Thanatos. What do you think?
The light of the stars shines off its drawn sword and gleams bewitchingly.
Was it to your liking? Well then, farewell.
Kershwing! It flings the sword down at the monster's head. Against its fearsome size, the sword is barely larger than a needle. But the sword's merciless sharpness pierces far beyond the blade's length. The monster's body slices apart like wet paper. With the final death cry, the monster slowly dissolves and evaporates as black mist. A deafening silence returns to the area. To break the quiet, a tune plays on my lips.
Velvet, oh velvet.
It's a horrible song. I create another magic circle in the air and step through it. I shouldn't remain long in this world without any real objective. This is not the world I belong in, after all.
My master has a large nose.
I was once a resident of the Velvet Room and served its master. The dark blue clothing I still wear is from that time. All the residents have their roles, but they are also on a journey. We help our guests grow as people, and through the help we offer, we come to understand the ultimate question. It's the fundamental question of, who are we?
Thinking back on it, I spent so many days like that for such a long time. I had thought that it would be impossible to change.
But 2 years ago, I finally reached my answer. One's identity cannot be sought out. It must be forged for oneself. It's something you build little by little. People call the freedom to do so potential, and by mastering it, people develop their unique identities. That is the understanding I came to. So it seemed to me I should believe in my own potential and wander in pursuit of my desire. It wasn't a hard conclusion to come to. That is why I abandoned my assigned role and departed on my long journey. I have set an objective for myself. To defeat the monster I fought a moment ago, once and for all. I vanquished it then, but that is only temporary.
It'll surely resurrect within the year again. And I'll go through today once more.
That monster was born from the twisted wishes arising from the lack of substance in people's lives. it slowly stagnates and seeps out. Quote, if this is life, then bring on death. Desires like that, I said quote. If this is life, then bring on death. Desires like that are what give it power. And that giant black arm tries to free death from its prison. It can never be left to act on its own aims. But as long as people continue to wish as they do, the foul feelings will congeal and it will revive endlessly. To truly defeat the monster means to change people's hearts. That cannot be done no matter how much one improves their skill in battle. I do not currently know how this goal can be attained. It may be that no one in the world knows yet. Some new and unknown miraculous power will most likely be required. That is why I wish to travel as far and wide as I can to broaden my horizons. Since I have only interacted with the guests of the room, I'm sure the scope of my knowledge is far inferior to single humans. But there are infinite places for me to explore. I'll travel to each one and satisfy my natural curiosity.
Now, that's why I have come here. A double check on the danger scale situation that I just recently discovered.
I place my hands on my hips, and what I believe to be standing firm before me is what seems to be a replica building in the real world. Alright, we're back in the normal shit.
I sense multiple Persona users gathering. It's once in a blue moon that one discovers a place like this. I'm sure I can learn some interesting things here, or something along those lines. In any case, I, Elizabeth, can scarcely keep myself from getting involved. This building, is it a school? It seems somewhat old-fashioned compared to the school I have experience with, but it has its charms as well. This is what they call animalist aesthetic. Animalist? Bestial? Anyway, something along those lines. These decorations. Could this be the fabled school festival I've heard tell of? A festival is where one toys with the lives of goldfish in a scandalous game. One can also enjoy a combat simulation with close-range shooting tests using sniper rifle fire into the interior of stalls. Ooh, I'm starting to get excited. P1 Grand Prix. Could this be a fighting tournament? This isn't why the Persona users are gathering, is it?
No sooner do my suspicions arise than I sense the first presence within the school and turn towards it. Come, challenger. I wave my arms about in anticipation, but something seems a bit odd.
That lady over there, she not a Persona user? Regardless of that, I sense something out of the ordinary.
When I close my eyes, I can tell that while she may appear to be a human girl, something about her is amiss. I sense an unnatural disconnect from her memories and consciousness not seen in most people.
Is she truly human? Were I still my old self when I only lived to play out my role, I would leave her be. But I am different now.
I make my way towards the girl. As I approach her, I begin to hear voices. It seems that she is calling herself a student council president. I stride down to the end of the hallway where she is walking directly into her view. The girl gives me a slightly questioning look, but no more. She comes toward me guilelessly. What does guilelessly even mean?
Me? You got some reason to be at our school?
Could someone have tampered with her memories and psyche? Are you sure this is how things should be?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I am a wanderer who only stopped here because I sensed great power gathering. I am in no position to give advice, but... This place will soon be caught in a bit of a fracas. If you continue to avert your eyes from everything, I think it will have an impact on your life in the near future.
My life?
What you choose is up to you, but I believe there are factors preventing you from making the right choices at the moment. I couldn't bring myself to just stand by and watch as you lost your life before my eyes. That is why I came to you, so I could give you one last chance.
I didn't read what she did, I'm sorry. Light streams out from it and washes over her. The light dispels the girl's false image, the illusion that made her seem human, though she is not.
Huh? What is this?
Her true form is revealed as a gleaming mechanical body. Her arms look as if steel plates are covering them. The girl frenetically pulls at them and tries to tear them off.
It won't come off. What gives?
My, what a robotically cool body. It is apparently meant for battle.
Hey, you! What did you do to me?
Nothing in particular. Well, considering that you are meant for battle, I shall briefly be your opponent. During that time, why not think back about who you are?
Huh? My opponent?
Most likely, I will not get through to her with words alone. Only by being forced into a confrontation will she finally be able to understand. She already knows how to use the steel limbs, which she's supposedly never before seen.
We go.
Final. Fight!
My turn. I see. Remarkable. Impressive. My turn. My turn. Backing up. Opening my turn. Persona. Pardon.
Oops.
Your power is... Pardon me. How mean. Oh no, you have shown me your potential.
Wow. I lost. Right away.
Final. Fight!
My turn. Here I go. Backing up. Please. I will shot. Here is some. I will shot.
Wow.
My turn. Here is some freeze. You were I see.
Whoa, what happened? I don't even remember using the super move.
I will shock you. I'm gonna smack you! Pardon me. Here is some electric. Here is some electric. Here is some electric. Remarkable. Pardon me. Here is some freezing. Do it!
Okay.